I clicked it. I clicked it. And we're live. So whatevs. Just so you know, Keith, yesterday when Bad Beef gave his usual membership for Keith and the Girl, Craig Klein picked it up.
Craig Klein, look at this.
So it's kind of like you took it. And then today, of course, Bad Beef right at the top of the chat here in my glasses just to read his comment. I always love no guest shows. It's like opening a Christmas present from someone you know gives the best gifts.
Oh, look at that. I'll take it.
And of course, he gifted another membership. By the way, thank you, Bad Beef. And Jeff Lamb took it. There's a few people in the chat. Thanks for joining. Keith, take it away.
Welcome to Keith and the Girl.
Oh, boy.
No joke.
This is not a skit.
Not a skit. Welcome to Keith.
Wait, and go.
Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
COVID cases are rising, Chemda. New York State COVID cases rose 55% in 1 week, an average of 824 cases per day.
I think I should have seen this coming. All our friends were getting COVID, and I think if you can, quarantine a little bit.
COVID hospital admissions are up 22%. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm finding a booster. I'm finding a booster today.
Are you going to the movies with this new information?
After I get the booster.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you getting the booster this week?
I'm getting it today. Fuck it.
Really?
You scared me. Yeah.
Yeah, I scared you, and then you found this news. Like, what comes first? Is it because your phone knows that we're talking about this and you haven't been on air? So it's like, hey, go back to work.
Maybe. You know what episode number this is, Chemda?
Yes, 3,700.
Congratulations.
We're done.
This is it. That was always the goal, 3,700. We started in March of 2005, and we all right here.
Finally reached the lucky number. Thank you guys for being here on our beautiful final show. Oh my God, what a trip, you guys.
Chemda loves numbers, right? When you see on your phone like 1111 or it's 123, right? You get horny. Is there any?
No, you gotta. It's a fun moment. You're such a weirdo.
Are there any bad moments? Like, do you look at the clock and it's 6:42 and you're like, that's even in reverse. Oh, it's gonna be a bad day.
That's beautiful. Even 666 is fun because all these things are made up, including the devil.
Regarding yesterday's show with Liz Mealy, great episode, says Max O'Clock. So glad Chemda didn't die from COVID. And Keith's tale was fantastic, too. I've been there, man. Talking about my acid trip. And I was laughing my balls off for 8 to 10, 12 hours, maybe. And then the come down was like a day and a half. And it was just icky. You said your acid trips, you did it twice. They were clean. Did you learn anything the way people seem to? I didn't. I learned never to do it again.
You know what's funny? I learned the exact opposite. I learned that drugs are okay. They're mild. The fact that it's called acid is not what it's doing to your brain. I learned that I had been administered scare tactics my whole life, and that I need to find out the right information, and that drugs are not just acid. They're also Tylenol.
Yeah, it didn't seem like I took too much Tylenol, you know. The poll was, have you taken LSD?
Oh, yeah, and that drugs are fun. That's mostly what I learned on drugs. Drugs are fun.
Have you taken LSD? On the forums and on Reddit? 50%.
Isn't that interesting?
I guess it makes sense because the whole world's nuts now. But 50, I didn't know it'd be so. You knew 50%.
No, I didn't.
People were on LSD.
No, I didn't. No. That was interesting to me. I don't know in what way interesting. Like, I don't know what I expected, but I guess that's high. Yeah, that's high. I wouldn't think people just did a drug called acid, but right. I don't like, and I know that I'm going to get shit from you and other people about it. I don't like how you're depicting acid because you had this stupid trip. I'm sorry, but you read all the precautions after your trip, after you had a bad time, and said, who knew when that's what people
anything you have to take a 3 to 7 day diet before you do it.
Do you know what?
That's something.
When I had COVID, I had a very bad headache. I was taking Paxlovid. I called the pharmacist to say, can I take something else on top of the medication? Because you don't just take drugs the way you want to take drugs. There's no label on acid, but you found out all the shitty information after you took it. So you keep coming on here saying
it wouldn't
acid
matter.
is the worst, blah, blah, blah.
I'm talking to the government about making the tougher laws for acid. Canda's right.
No,
that information. I know you're the defender of acid, whatever Larry over here I'm talking to, but what sometimes you have good come down, sometimes you have what's called an afterglow. It wouldn't have mattered what I read ahead of time. It didn't make my brain go, let's turn this icky feeling into a good feeling.
The number one thing that probably that when you look up how to do drugs is set and settings, the illegal drugs, right? Because there's no label. Your set was 11 p.m. You just took a dehydrating edible and then decided to take acid because fuck it, you'll stay up all night. Didn't have any plans for food. So when it was time to get food, you couldn't because you were on a drug. You were by yourself for the first time. All of these things would have been in, like, should I do drugs? Don't ask your druggy friend Craig, who has experience, who can take acid at 11 p.m. and know what his come down will be like. Sorry, but this is like this. You know, when you go like, "Hey, you're sick, take Tylenol." Why do you not function the way drugs were meant to be? The way that you get mad at me for not taking regular drugs, which I do now. Like, take the NyQuil if you're feeling whatever. Take the Tylenol if you're feeling whatever. That's how I feel about how you took acid.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm saying it's not abnormal, but anyway, we'll get back to that.
Okay.
Have you learned anything when you did it?
It's fun.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's
fun, but I always know when I'm on these drugs where I know you could you could be silly on it, like you just want to get up and dance I have to be around people that I won't be embarrassed by, like that they won't judge me.
If I was around people, by the way, they'd have to be around me literally 48 hours the way things went. I would need a massage for the second day. That's what I could have used.
Okay, sorry that you know what you need after. I mean, if that's
who
what you need,
who would have sat with me for 48 hours? That's crazy. How boring that would be for somebody. They have to be sober and awake for 48 hours.
That's not the only way that is figured out. It's not the only way that one person sits with you for 48 hours. That's not the only solution.
Right. I could have had a couple friends do shifts. You're right. Here's our friend Mallory. And she says, the first time I did it twice, acid. The first time was life-changing in a stereotypical way. I was 20. Yeah, I'm almost 50. I'm too old. I was 20, and it was planned and led by an experienced person who stayed sober. We started mid-morning, and our guide talked us through everything. He fed us when we needed food, changed the music based on our moods. Everybody was together in their moods, and brought us outside when the time was right. I laughed and cried, and there was not one bad moment. It lasted at least 24 hours, and that was okay because we planned it from beginning to end. That is a long time. I'm not into these drugs that take so long. The second time, though, I boldly thought I knew what I was doing, and it was spontaneously without any structure or anchor to the real world. Bad idea. It was 24 hours of manically changing activities and feeling sick and laughing at nothing and having weird interactions with strangers. Those memories still haunt me, and that's why I haven't done it since. It really looks like flipping a coin. I understand the two different scenarios, but looks like a flip of the coin. Not going to argue for or against acid, as it feels so clear to me the experiences on the person. It's context dependent, but I will say that someone should have told you how long it'll last at the very least. When I looked, it's easier to find out online what you're supposed to tip at a barber shop than it is to get in there. 4 hours or 6 hours, depending, 12 hours, could last 3 days. There's no answer.
I mean, this is why people want to legalize this stuff, so that you don't have to do this stupid kind of research, so that you can have the first experience that this person had instead of the second experience. And by the way, the second experience sounded horrible, but it sounded like something that could be managed if you were in a different head. And I'm not saying, how this person should react. this was a great story of how it could be different. And also just the heads up of all of it.
Sounds like you got to talk to a psychiatrist first.
You always have to talk to a psychiatrist. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, also, these are fucking drugs. You want to take drugs willy-nilly, you know? Like,
Sometimes I take 3 Advil. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I get that. This just did a number. That's all I'm saying.
But you know what? Yes. And I agree with you that, yes, it could do a number. The Paxlovid that I took did a number on me. It made me throw up. It made me nauseous. These things do have side effects. So, and also if you had proposed this on the show before and said, what do I expect? And then all these people came to you with their experiences, would you have taken it? Would you have taken it if Mallory said hers lasted 24 hours both times?
I would have waited till I had more time before we were going to record, but I probably would have, because everybody's story is different.
But do you see how this is in Keith Malley world? This is how you truly do research. This is how you truly.
It's the only way to watch Oppenheimer. It's the only way to know.
It's great, but you didn't do that this time. You're doing it afterwards. You just said you would have done it differently with different
I wouldn't have learned anything. I wouldn't have learned anything. I would have been like, I liked saying, oh, the way I'm feeling right now, like a hangover, is what a lot of people feel. That felt better to know, but it didn't get rid of the feeling.
But you would have
So it doesn't matter if I knew ahead of time it could have went bad. Then I'm like, I got one of the bad ones. That
you already said you would have done it at a different time. You just said you would have changed.
What are you, Mary Acid?
I'm not even saying everybody should do acid or it's that great or you won't have a bad. I'm saying no one should do it. I'm not saying that.
I'm saying burn your acid in your house right now. Burn it.
I am not saying
it's the devil's cardboard.
I am never saying that everybody should do the drugs that I take that feel good to me.
You're not saying everybody?
The drugs. No, I'm saying do the drugs that are good for you.
Not everybody?
If you read ahead of time.
Not people with psychosis or kids? Not everybody though?
You're so fun.
Thank you. I finished that show, Jury Duty. You recommended that. You did a great job on that. You didn't recommend Jury Duty?
Newsy recommended it, and I said you would probably like it, but it moves pretty slow. That's what I believe. But
okay. Yeah. Well, I take it back. I loved it.
Good. I didn't love it.
Describe it.
It is the Truman Show in real life for a span of 2 weeks for one person who thinks he's on jury duty where everybody else is an actor.
Right. And there's one actor that plays himself, James Marsden. He was in Sonic. He was in Westworld. He was in the X-Men. And in this show, he's a real douche.
Yeah.
But the guy that isn't in on it kind of has a crush on him, right?
No, really?
You don't think so?
No,
he's really trying to impress him. He goes, hey, I'm back. And I just saw another movie of yours. Can you sign this?
No, I thought that's so funny that's what you got. I thought he was so consistent with how he treated everybody. He was the same with that guy as he was with the rest of them. This is a person, if you would have done this to me, first of all, we're not friends anymore. If you knew this and allowed this to happen and didn't give me a heads up, fuck this, fuck the Truman Show. They should be sued. I would highly consider suing them if I found out that this is what you did to me. And I saw interviews with the main guy. He's like, I couldn't go back to work. Like I kept thinking cameras were following me. It took a month for him to go back to work. And I'm like, you went back to work? But
they only gave you $100,000. That goes fast.
Right. Well, not even for finances, just I don't. Okay, where are we starting with this?
Because let's start that. I got to tell you, the guy that wasn't in on it, again, only one person wasn't in on it, is a fucking moron. That
His
you
name is
don't.
Ronald. Okay.
And I'm not trying to. Well, you didn't have to call him out. Ronald is an idiot, and I'm afraid I'm putting myself out there to be tricked by somebody. But so much crazy shit happens that I swear to God, I'd be like, if it was the first hidden camera show ever, but when you get to the 7th goofiest fucking thing where a guy that always comes in with gadgets, one gadget is one of those stupid seats with the crutches so that all of a sudden you can just sit down. But he tries to wear that in the jury room. Then he says, I have to use the bathroom, judge, but it's okay because I have a contraption on me. And he goes into the corner of the courtroom with a coat over his head, and supposedly he's pissing into his own contraption, then takes the crutches off and sits down regularly. If you don't know that is fucking batshit and abnormal, you're out to lunch. Don't say you're intuitive when all this shit has happened and you can't figure out come on.
Really? I don't agree.
It was one dumb fucking thing after another.
But life is one dumb fucking thing after another.
Sure.
You think you think that just because stupid shit is going around you, that you already are paranoid. If it's
already
like
around me. Of course I am. I watch
wait.
TV. Everything's fake now, first of all. Assume it's fake.
Yes, I will give you that. But what's funny is, just for the record, for years and years, you randomly in your house by yourself just have this thought that you could be on camera and give the camera fingers just in case, right?
I trust my house because I have to. But if I'm in like a public bathroom, I flip off the mirror. I see you, motherfucker. Yeah, sure. Because everybody's out there trying to get you. Here's proof. Don't call me paranoid. Here's proof.
But to me, this is sad that people are allowed to do this to someone. I think this is horrible. I think to discover that, and I don't know how they found this person. I consider myself a nice person. You would not see some of the reactions that he reacted from me. I would just be like, all right, man, no, I'm not talking to your girlfriend. I'm sorry. This is none of my business. Like, I'm just going to go to my room by myself. I don't need to be a part of all of these shenanigans. They found this one guy that is just so agreeable and sweet and held secrets, and he's very regular. He's very bland. Yes.
The court case is the plaintiff is very poised and dressed nice. The defendant, long hair, looks like he does acid daily. Obviously, this is all set up. Again, it's all fake. The lawyer for the defendant, who pissed on T-shirts and ruined the company, is such a bumbling fucking idiot that I really think I would have realized right away when he goes, $2,500 is what my client's being sued for. And that's a lot of money. And and the judge's like, hold on, do you know it's $1.8 million? Oh, sorry, wrong case. And he's drinking Mountain Dew Red, like some kind of even douchier Mountain Dew. It's like all of this. He goes, I'm gonna show something on the camera now, and the whole TV falls over because he keeps fucking up. Right there, I'd be like, I'd get up and leave. Fuck this. No way.
You think you're actually on jury duty, though?
I wouldn't. And what jury duty has cameras in it? What jury duty has cameras in it? And as you're telling your personal story of why you shouldn't be in jury duty, the cameras are on you.
I don't know what to say. I think like the whole thing you got from this is that he's a moron. Known.
Yeah, I don't think it's in hindsight. I think I would have known. Now, who knows? Because they tell you right away it's fake.
I wouldn't think that something was like this big a production was done just to trick me for so many days.
If I said out loud like he did, man, this is insanity. I want to make a movie about it. It feels like a reality show. I think something would click in my brain.
But they also sold it to him as a reality show. He knew he was on camera. Not always, but those camera actual moments, he knew he was on camera.
By the way, another reason to be mad at the show, they had hidden cameras everywhere in his hotel room because he had a lot of meetings. He didn't whack off in that bed in 2 weeks.
I don't know. That's the whole thing is so unnerving.
Does the show go, don't worry about that. We're not showing that.
They found somebody so mild that he probably signed any, when they announced, and this is a spoiler, that at the end he gets $100,000 for just
to
tolerating this.
To calm them down. Yeah.
When you say you should have known better, at that point is when, first of all, I'd start crying and then like run because
I'd start kicking dicks. It feels legal.
It's so funny how we react exactly the opposite. I'd run, you'd be kicking dicks. Okay.
A fight or flight,
Yeah, and then I would just question my reality for the rest of my life. But the 100,000, I believe, was hush money. We just did this to you.
Agree.
We made up that you won something. What did he win? Nice guy award? That was ridiculous. The 100,000 is hush money. Sign here so you never have to sue us ever again. Read that fucking contract. I would love to get my hands on that. What you could do is go, okay, I'm a little going to run away now and look at your contract when maybe there's no cameras on me, but fuck this. I got to find a lawyer and I bet you'll give me $1 million because what in the fucking hell did you just do to me?
Me and Hemda were on that MTV show Boiling Points where they try to trick you. And then I had them trick Hemda like, we're dating. So what's going to happen when two hot women flirt with me in front of her? But I told her ahead of time. But anyway, she ends up, throwing a beer on one of the ladies. And so they say, oh, you lost, but hey, stay at the restaurant while we trick other people. We give you a free meal. It's like, I got to talk to him because understandably, she's a mess right now. We're going to need the actual $100 anyway and unlimited food. So right there in jury duty, go, yeah, 500,000.
Yeah.
You put all this work together and you're not going to put it out now? I hope it is probably $100,000 and then they take taxes. No, I want $500,000 and you add money to it. So I get $500,000.
I want $1 million and an accountant to figure this shit out and whatever.
I call a lawyer, but you can't call a lawyer right there because it might be a fake lawyer.
Right. No, you, first of all, I'd cry. And by the way, you just told the boiling point story. Remember what happened after first of all, I couldn't really throw a drink on someone's face. So I half threw it, like you said.
Right. It like hit her legs, maybe.
I also knew that we were the first prank and she would have to reset over and over, redo her makeup, her hair. Like
Hemda felt bad.
It was too much. Yeah, I know. So I only half threw it just to make some kind of dramatic move. Do you remember what I did right after that? I ran away. I walked down the block. You had to. So they thought that I was upset and you were following me. I just can't handle those moments. Like, first of all, I'm lying, I'm faking it. So I have to leave before my face shows how like silly I feel. So I was really just hiding my reaction that I knew and that, now I don't know what to do. So I ran away. And that's why they were like, oh shit, she's upset. And you're like, oh yeah, I'll just go check on her. But meanwhile, I was like, oh, did I do okay? I didn't really throw it on her. Oh my goodness.
Right. But it's just not me paranoid that everybody's trying to trick everybody. You feel this way too sometimes. If we do a interview at SiriusXM Studios, we don't discuss it until we're a block away from the building.
Yeah.
You never fucking know. Maybe there's a mic in the elevator. Probably not. That'd be a lawsuit, but better safe than sorry.
There's also, if I ever was dating someone and they decided it would be funny to not tell me the information that I am being pranked or Truman showed or whatever version of this, if you know ahead of time and you're not telling me, we can no longer be together. I do not like these tricks. I don't think it's funny. And this guy happened to respond from just simple kindness the whole time with like almost a lack of personality.
There was a Mormon-like dude and he goes, I want to fuck this girl, but I can't really have sex because I'm so whatever the fuck.
Yeah, one of the jury duty fakers. Yeah.
But I can do soaking. And that's where you put your dick in the woman and I don't move. But if I can get somebody to jump up and down on the bed, that doesn't count as us actually fucking. And the jury guy, luckily, the real guy says no, because they're not really fucking. But James Marsden, the celebrity, goes, all right, I'll jump on the bed for you. Fuck out of here.
First of all, the response from me, if you're telling me something like that, would not be like, no, I'm not going to do that, politely. I'd be like, no, I'm not going to do that. And do not talk to me for the rest of this time.
Weirdo, right?
Weirdo. Are you fucking kidding me? You are officially harassing me. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but if you say anything remotely close to what you just said to me, I am now going to tell on you as well. Because no, I'm not. We are fucking sequestered with a guy who wants me to jump up and down on a bed with him so he can soak his dick in a. Why are we even having this conversation?
We're sequestered because James Marsden set up paparazzi to come into the courtroom. And they said, well, look, I'm not dismissing you, James Marsden, but now I have to sequester everybody. That'd be a clue. It'd also be a clue to me when the defendant ended up representing himself. And he stands where like a defendant, he stands where like the prosecutor would talk, then jogs over to the witness stand to give an answer, then goes back to talk to himself again, back and forth. Get the fuck out of here.
That one was weird.
That was a little strange. That was by the way, I love this show. And I did love the show, but the guy's a fucking idiot. Emmys for outstanding comedy. These are just nominations. Outstanding comedy writing, outstanding comedy casting, and outstanding supporting actor, which goes to James Marsden. Although everybody was good, James is a celebrity, so they'll give it to him.
That's rude that he was the only one nominated for that.
I guess casting. I guess they got all casting as a group, but yeah, they only picked one person.
Whoever cast this does deserve an Emmy. Whoever cast this also will be going to hell. But yes, whoever cast this was incredible. All the characters did such a good job.
One guy won't conform because he has a bad relationship at home. So he wants the group to stay together so everybody can be friends. Come on.
Well, that I believe people are like that. Ryan V is asking what platform. This is an Amazon show. So when good. Amazon at the end goes, we tricked your whole fucking life and made you paranoid forever. This will give you PTSD, but here's $100,000. You can go, you're Amazon.
He's so stupid, this guy. He goes, oh, actually, I already did jury duty, so I don't have to do it again. Oh, this was fake, so I will have to do jury duty. I don't know if he was trying to make a joke or means it.
What's wrong with that?
But I promise you can get out of jury duty forever now. Yeah, I was on a fake jury duty show, and I'm going to get nuts. I think you're free to leave.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. But wow, but I don't know where you found this person. He really is like just, hi, I'm America. Did you see his Instagram?
No, I haven't.
So I had to go to see like what this did to his life, right? Because he was, I don't even know what he did for a living before, but he's obviously like regular Joe Schmo. Like they found the most regular ass person.
Yes.
The latest thing on his Instagram is, God, what is this guy's name? Ryan Gosling. Who married Alanis? That's his only credit for me.
Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. Ryan Reynolds owns and does Mint commercials. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like a phone service?
It's something. Okay. Yeah. And so I'm like, why is this guy on his Instagram? He hired Ronald to do the ad with him. He is now in a Mint commercial.
Because Ronald was going to sue. A lawyer gave him common sense. And James Marsden said, hey, Ryan, now that we're at this exclusive party with the Vittles, can you do me a favor and tell this guy in a fucking commercial, calm him down?
Yeah. So he must have gotten some nice money from that. His Instagram itself, 278,000 followers. It says, quote, in his bio, quote, change your mind, change your life. Juror number 6.
I hope he's a life coach now. This fucking idiot.
That's funny. Debunk the myth that nice guys finish last. Business inquiries go to his management company. And then, you get one link on Instagram. His is one of those Make-A-Wish things. Like, oh my God, did your management tell you to do that? Or are you just like that? Now, after the Ryan, what's his face commercial,
right?
There's him at a premiere because now he gets invited to random shit. There's him with celebrities. There's him at a talk. There's him at all these like, I'm with this famous person. I got invited to this thing. Then you get to where obviously it's before he was ever on the show. Holy, you couldn't have picked a better person. It's his dog. His dog running on the beach, him and his dog sleeping. It's just like It's whatever you would want from America. He's like this 6 foot something white guy who I'll never tell a lie type of thing. And then you get to the point where he just obviously got his corgi. And this is what he posts. I got my little potato. He goes by Meatball. I'm not crying. You're crying. I mean, who is this person? This is, you know who I would think was made up? That guy. Everybody else was a normal, crazy person. Like, yeah, sure. I've seen people shit in the street. Like weird shit happens. But this Ronald guy, I've never seen a person exist like that before.
James Marsden clogged up the normal guy's toilet in such a way that I would have studied that piece of shit in the toilet. I would have looked at it close up and realized it's fake. I really would have. Not like, go away, you. I'm calling a plumber. Like, okay, but let me see what you did to my toilet, James Marsden.
I do believe you.
You'd have to wrestle me out the door.
I do believe you because you do question these moments a lot more than your average person. I just feel like it's very difficult to decide that you would know that an entire production, and you're not Keith Malley, you're not podcaster for almost 20 years. You're not
right. I'm a moron. I'm Ronald the moron. Right.
You're a regular guy. So you wouldn't think this production would happen for you. You're the Truman Show. It's awful. It's awful. You shouldn't be able to do this to people. That's not funny.
But crazy things didn't really happen in the Truman Show, right? You just followed this guy go to work. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. He has a crisis of something, but
no, they did.
All this crazy shit isn't happening around him.
It is.
Is it?
Remember when he went on his way to work? A light once fell out of the sky, like a
yeah, that's an accident.
No, but like, where did that light come from? Also,
right, but the
radio turned to their signal on their walkie-talkie, and it was giving turn-by-turn directions on what Truman was doing. He's turning left. Cue the thing. Like, that got fucked up. So there were.
I'm talking about.
You're just saying it didn't happen. It did.
No, that's just behind the scenes shit that happened in the Truman Show. In jury duty, all this shit is happening in one guy's face so that you're laughing your fucking balls off. You weren't laughing your balls off on the Truman Show, but this is one thing after another. One of the jury members goes to the bathroom to jack off and tells the normal guy he's going to do it. Normal guy goes, yeah, do it now while you can. So first of all, I guarantee you jerked off in the hotel room and they have video footage of it.
Have you met men? You don't think some guy
I'm saying, but every person interacts with him. Like, it's so every person interacts with him. He should have got tricked because he really thinks this can happen. That's an ego problem.
Now, separately from that, the final episode was interesting because you saw some of the behind the scenes. And one of the things that I thought was funny was they gave them permission to go to a restaurant, right? And from the behind the scenes, they're like, to the rest of the jurors, to the actors, they said, you will be able to drink, one alcoholic beverage, and then everything that comes after that will be fake, because obviously. Right. And so they're like, but you cannot order a drink until he does. And then they cut to that scene and they're like, why don't you get a drink? Hey, are you drinking? No, you're the foreman. You go first. You go first. Right. Like, hey, have you ordered a drink yet? How about ordering a drink? What do you think about ordering a drink? And I'm like, holy shit. It's one alcohol, guys. Right. Relax. My fucking Lord.
I like the behind the scenes. The sheriff fucked up and said, I forget the name, but it's like, whose bag is that? Is that Samantha's? And the main guy is like, there's no Samantha on the jury. So they then hired another actress to be a Samantha that just happened to be in the building. Like, hey, Samantha, you sit over here.
Right. Yeah. But, I mean, this is an entire production. I mean, to say that this guy is just an idiot when dozens of people are working against him, I don't think is fair.
Once a guy in a courtroom, he's standing up in a corner.
Into a catheter.
Right. You do that right next to the jury box. You do that. So you do that, and the judge, an old cranky guy, goes, but how about that doesn't happen again? Okay, thank you very much. Well, how did it happen in the first fucking place?
We found the poll. We found the poll for today. If you're on Reddit, if you're on our forums, keithandthegirl.com/forums or Reddit, /r Keith and the Girl. This is the poll.
What is it? Would you have got? Are you a goddamn genius? What would the poll be? Is
Do you
this guy
think
a
you would know
moron?
better? Yeah, I kind of think it should be, is this guy a moron?
Okay, done.
And I feel bad. Ronald, enjoy your life. What a nice life. I'm sure he'd
Well,
hear this and
you
go,
have to do all this weird celebrity shit now, Ronald. You can't have a regular job like we said because you'll think
no, you
that's
can't.
fake. Somebody eats your lunch out of the fridge. You're like, well, it's fake. So now I'm gonna shit in your file drawer.
Yeah, I think they should provide him with therapy for the rest of
Therapy,
his
yeah.
life. This is intensely disturbing. And they really picked the right guy to be like, well, everybody's everybody. I guess I got, like, I guess you shat in my toilet. I guess you're peeing in the corner.
And I wouldn't feel any better when everybody starts clapping so loudly. You're a hero with what you did. You told this guy was making all these gadgets and he felt like an outcast, and you showed him a bug's life so that he appreciates how special he is. I'd be like, oh, fuck you guys. Just give me the money. You were so good. This woman kept falling asleep in the church, and you were there to keep tapping her. Coincidentally, she sat next to you and was the one that kept passing out. But anyways,
they really found the right guy. This was unreal. This was unreal. And it's so, again, it's disturbing. It's so disturbing.
Do you think you could date him after seeing him on that TV show?
Not before, not after, but we see who I date. Come on. That's not necessarily better, I mean, not right now. I mean, my past.
Sure. I loved it though. It's on Freevee, whatever the fuck that means, but you can get it through Amazon. Jury Duty, and it should win an Oscar, for Christ's sakes. It is good.
No, it should be taken down. It's because now, because now this is what we have to live up to. This is one of the genres that can fucking be TV, and it's you and your life. And that shouldn't be a genre. I shouldn't be like, where's the consent?
I think they should get him again. I think there should be a season 2 and they get him again.
Oh God.
There was this movie. I thought it was genius. Bobcat Goldthwait directed it, Windy City Heat. And they make a movie around this one guy and who wants to be an actor. And they do like, all right, now we're going to throw this guy into trash, and they throw him into real garbage. And then they do it over and over again. The guy goes, I can't keep doing this. It's like, we can do a stunt double. You just have to ask. And he goes, yeah, stunt double. And then after that, there's a makeout scene with a hot woman. That's the stunt double. And he's like, well, I want to make out with her. It's like,
ew.
No, you said you wanted a stunt double. The movie came out. In real life right now, he doesn't get what it is. He's still you could get this guy again. I wonder if you can get the Jury Duty guy again.
You might, but for the rest of his life, he's thinking he's getting got. That's the way the brain works is, wow, congratulations. You were able to, with a team of professionals, fool a regular guy. That is so unfair. So yeah, you can get him again, sure. But fuck you. Fuck you. It's so fucked up. Here's Ryan V from earlier saying he's got so paranoid off one hit of acid that now he's demanding to inspect toilet evidence.
That's right. I see all the pixels now everywhere.
And then he also said about what we were just saying, giving him therapy would legally constitute an admission that they did something to make him need therapy. Of course.
Well, why would you trust the therapist anyways? Like
oh my God, that's right. That could be season 2.
Yeah.
That's right. Everything is scary now. That's what you did to a human being. But you know what? He is simple enough to be like, I guess, he said he couldn't, in this interview, he said he couldn't go back to work for a month. He was paranoid, all this stuff. And he was in touch with the famous one. What's his name?
James Marsden.
He's talking like they're buddies. Like, yeah, so I got in touch with James, saying, I don't know how to do this. James called me right away. And also in interviews, he's talking about how he stayed in touch with everybody. And I'm thinking, yeah, they're all actors. You're the man now. You don't even know that you're in Hollywood now.
Right.
And everyone is your fucking best friend. Fuck. Your life is still the Truman Show. This sucks. But yeah, sure. This probably is your best life. I don't know.
10 stars. 10 stars, James. Now, again, ahead of time that it's fake. The audience knows that.
I think they should have faked us out. I think they should have faked us out.
Yeah.
Let us decide at the end with the other person. I think next
I
time somebody does a show like this, at least give us the respect to fake us out.
when the
Let us talk about it like it's fucking news, just like this guy had to. Let us talk about it like it's real life. You know the weird but true segment of the newspaper? They would make it into that. Things like that. Let us feel what he felt, and then we're so smart in hindsight. Let's see what that looks like.
They rate this script and they make up what this guy will probably do or say.
Mm-hmm.
And the majority of it really fit. Once in a blue moon, they had to scramble, but it's like, we're going to try to get, somebody's going to say, how do I get out of jury duty? And I'm hoping this guy says, I saw something on Family Guy once where Peter says he's racist. So when the jury guy says, I'm racist, can I get out of jury duty? Are you? And then looks at the serious guy. No, I'm not racist. They didn't know he'd say that.
But you know who else knows how to do that? These are professionals. You know who else knows how to do that? Walmart. Walmart can predict that you're pregnant before you even knew it. And they had to dial back, letting you know how much they know about you because they were about to get sued. So yeah, we're all this predictable and ridiculous because that's what life is.
Yeah, I think this guy's something else. I hope he doesn't have kids. You know? Oh, well. There's been a 300% and 200% increase in parents interested in naming their kids Barbie and Ken, respectively.
Good. You respect those people more than this guy?
I'm naming my kid Oppenheimer. Tell you that much. Bill Maher, who I think I like more than don't. I understand why somebody wouldn't. The smug attitude is enough to put you off. But when I happen to catch a show, I like it. He made a tweet. He made an X on seeing the Barbie movie. And I can't tell if he's a fan. You tell me. Okay. Barbie. Again, this is Bill Maher. I was hoping it wouldn't be preachy.
I'm sorry. Okay, Barbie. Already, if this was a different guy, you would hate him already. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
It's like going, just asking if,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? You typed, Okay, Barbie, : I was hoping it wouldn't be preachy, man-hating, and a zombie lie. Alas, it was all three. What is a zombie lie? Something that never was true, but certain people refuse to stop saying it. Tax cuts for rich increase revenues, for example. Or something that used to be true, but no longer is, but certain people pretend it's still true. Barbie is this kind of zombie lie. So there's more, but so far he's saying, I guess, the patriarchy angle is bullshit.
What was your question initially? Does he like it or not?
You tell me if he's going to like it or not, right?
He doesn't like it. He just said it was disgusting, but keep going. Maybe
spoiler alert, Barbie fights the patriarchy, right up to the Mattel board who created her, consisting of 12 white men, the patriarchy. Except there's a Mattel board in real life, and it's 7 men and 5 women. Okay, not perfect even Steven, but not the way the board in the movie, which takes place in 2023, is portrayed. And not really any longer deserving of the word patriarchy. Yes, there was one, and remnants of it remain, but this movie is so 2000 late.
Why don't you take back how much you like Bill Maher now that he is spelling it out for you?
At one point, the Barbies have to win over the Kens, and they are told to do it by pretending to act helpless and not know how to do stuff. Helen Gurley Brown called. She wants her premise back. I don't know who that is. Yes, that was a thing.
How long is a Twitter? How long is an X?
Right. X lets you go on for days now. Yes, that was a thing. I saw Barbie with a woman in her 30s. He's almost 70. Who said, I don't know a single woman of any age who would act like that today.
You are exhausting. This is
exhausting. You paid for the movie. You said it's bullshit. She's 30. You're 70. So she went, yeah, whatever you fucking think, Bill.
What do you, again. Okay. What was the movie I just saw? John Wick. Wick. This is why men are so
Loved your point.
Thank you. This is why men are so confused. If I were to dissect John Wick like he's dissecting Barbie. Oh, this guy can kill 30 people with just one gun. Oh, you're asking me to believe that the mob would sit down, watch the movie. Is John Wick a true movie? is what are the women's roles in that movie? Why are you not dissecting some other woman who's in an action film and is running in heels because that's what she decided to wear for her FBI job that day, knowing that she's about to, bust into some, like, all this nuanced nonsense that is completely taking away from the point, because your initial point, whenever people talk like this, their initial point and their only point is there is no patriarchy. We're all even. And the white guy is not this, that, and the next. When history, current history, present day time proves otherwise to the marginalized groups every fucking day of their life. And they're not raging against the machine as much as you think we can. This is a mild interpretation of the bullshit that so many people have to go through. And we made it cute. And we is Mattel. We made it cute so that you will buy our products afterwards. But what are you focused on? The made up aspect that a doll is talking to you from her doll world and then coming into our world. Oh, there's no way the doll would come to life in that way. The doll would actually come to life in this way. You mansplaining fucking moron. And this is a smart person. Right. This is the kind of idiotic shit that I know why you like the show. You like the show because he's not afraid to say things. What is the actual title of his?
Real Time, I think.
No, the one before that, it was called
Politically Incorrect.
Politically Incorrect. So he titles the show Politically Incorrect so that he could say all the politically incorrect shit that he wants in his opinions that are true and not true depending on the day. But he's arguing just like everybody else. You're not always right, and this is stupid.
You know that if you put a woman in a literal box, it doesn't send her back to a fantasy land? That's impossible, people.
Can he please dissect the next Batman movie for me, please?
Right. But I loved your point. At least that's the way I took it yesterday. These movies like John Wick, it makes guys are the badasses. They can't take it when they're turned into half a pussy like a Ken in the Barbie movie. They can't handle that.
This is the role that the guy is playing in this movie. When the role is a John Wick role, you're like, yep, accurate. I can go home and sleep. That's accurate to you. That's accurate to you. And then when you go and see a Barbie movie and you're surprised what it's about, I mean, if anything, just by the ad, I know what it's about. And they're like, sure. I was hoping it wouldn't be about the patriarchy. Why were you hoping that?
Right.
What gave you that?
Everything's pink.
I wanted to watch John Wick, but I was hoping not to see anybody get wounded or killed.
Right.
That's just my, I don't think there should be a world where, like, what do you think is going to happen in a show called Barbie where the actual ad says she's everything, he's just Ken. Right. That tells you exactly what you're walking into. John Wick, he's going to kill everybody. I hope he doesn't hurt anybody. What the fuck? The tagline is, fuck you, men. I hope they're not, like, mean to men in this one.
Bill Maher continues, I know. How could I know about the patriarchy? I am a man. That argument is so old and so silly. Did you just argue with yourself? Of course. Of course, none of us can know exactly what others go through in life, but I can see the world around me and I can read data.
You're so Mattel... good. You could see all the things.
Right.
No one could trick any guy. I know what a man is like. And because I know what a man is like, I know what a woman is like. I know what non-binary is like. Just because I'm straight, it doesn't mean I don't know everybody's experience.
The Real Mattel board is a pretty close mirror of the country, where 45% of the 449 board seats filled last year in Fortune 500 companies were women. Truth is, I'm not the one who's out of step. I'm living in the year we're living in. Barbie is fun. I enjoyed it, but it is a hashtag zombie lie. And people who don't go along with zombie lies did not take some red pill, just staying true to current reality. Let's live in the year we're living in. Hi, Ken. Hashtag Barbie movie.
Okay. Why don't you also tell us about the second black friend that you got, you fucking 2023 idiot. These are non-points. There's not a point in this. There's you going, you guys were lying when you told me a story about a doll.
Right. I don't believe in the patriarchy. I happen to be with the 30-year-old girl. Why would you add that or not give information like it's your niece? Because it's a date. And it's weird. Why even bring that up? Oh, well.
Why is this the story that I would want to tell? Why would this be my entertainment as a female?
Run it by your writers. Did they say, yeah, I don't want to do a skit on this? And he's like, all right, I'll tweet it. Do we like Bill Maher? I can't tell now.
You can't tell? Okay. Go jury duty yourself.
Monday, August 21st, speaking of movies, 8 p.m. Eastern time, silent trailers.
Woot, woot.
That's right. I've been kicking ass lately, if I may brag.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You heard him.
Don't get too egotistical. That's exactly when you start losing. But go ahead. What were you saying?
Well, I was gonna say, what's that guy's name again? Ron.
It's not Gosling.
Right. So
but they look alike though, right?
They're white men. They I guess they're handsome. Do they? Sure. And then they're all Tom Cruise. So Henda doesn't know movies, doesn't know actors, doesn't know actresses, watches a movie trailer on silent, tries to describe it to us. And it's a game show where first person to guess what the movie is, whatever the fuck she's saying, wins.
Oh, I'm putting together the categories. I'm so excited.
Oh, these categories, infuriating. I mean, charming, clever. God, they piss me off. The lineup will be posted on Reddit, social media, and YouTube. So be subscribed to the YouTube channel, Keith and the Girls YouTube channel. And the show will be free, live August 21st. All right.
You want to hear? I came up with the first category. You want to hear what it is?
Sure.
Old Yeller. And I won't tell you even if you get it right, if you want to guess. And even if the chat wants to get, I will not tell you if you're right or wrong. But
it's about people yell. It's not about the movie, and it's not about dogs. I know that because that would make sense. And your laughter gave it away. So look, it's old people that yell, old cranky white men. Bill Maher movies, ridiculousness, religious lists is whatever the fuck he did. That's my first guess.
I'm never taking away the category part. It's my favorite. I love it. Come be mad at me. What's the date, Keith?
The date is the 21st. It is Monday.
Yeah, Monday, we want to we're checking out like the Monday night spot. We've done it on Saturday nights, Sunday nights. I think we might have done it also on Friday night. I wanted to see if Monday's like, oh, it's Monday. Everyone hates Mondays. I wanted to see if this could be a bright, fun spot so we could look forward to a Monday so that we're not just being basic about our shit. Monday could be anything. So we're trying this out. Monday, the 21st, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's free. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I'd also like to say, to be clear, jury duty would not have been able to trick Hemda either. I believe that. So take that with you.
Oh, should that be the poll? Because I'm not sure.
No, it's going to be, is this guy a fucking moron? Thanks, everybody. Click all the buttons, etc., etc. We'll do moron/idiot. Just so everybody understands the gist we're getting at. Click all the buttons, subscribe, etc., etc. Thank you.
All right, what a fun show. Let me just read the last comments. I could read when I squint, but in order to read on air, I put on my gorgeous glasses.
They look fine. Your glasses look good.
All right.
They do.
I'm still not used to them. And I don't know how people do it with reading glasses. You're lucky that you have to leave your glasses on all the time. I'm in the kitchen and I have to put something in the oven and it has the directions. I'm like, I got to go into the other room to get my glasses. So I'm now going to buy $10 glasses and sprinkle them at every station at my house. I don't have rooms. I have stations.
You look like somebody in jury duty. You have necklaces with 18 glasses.
Oh, that's just, yeah.
I'm just saying with your strategy.
Ryan V is saying you can't handle the truth style. Okay, wait. Oh, I see. Oh, he was saying old yeller is you can't handle the truth. Oh.
Maybe old guy yelling.
Mallory Jane, I'm so happy Chemda is feeling better and back in full force. I am in full force, right? I was yelling. I enjoy that. That's what I mean. I still think I'm a nice person, but you wouldn't have caught me responding like that guy. I would have yelled a little bit because I like yelling.
But I'd probably be if I was so stupid and I fell for it.
Oh my God, you're so mean every time you say that.
He's dumb.
Oh my God.
He's so stupid.
Thanks
He's
for being here.
Fucking stupid.
Please vote. Be kind.
And I want everybody to know Chemda's worried for no reason. I'm not really trying to ban all acid from everybody. Okay. Just so
No, you're just trying to give it a bad name.
I'm trying to give it a warning.
Oh, I buy direct is great for cheap glasses. Thank you, pizza. I never knew I liked pizza so much. No, of course. So we're going to go off there, but thanks for spreading the word and